Good morning, everybody. It's time to wake up and let's do our makeup. Welcome back to my channel. This is Stephanie. I'm also known as GENGLOW. Thank you for joining me here today. Today's video, you're going to learn how to do makeup. It's a makeup tutorial today. It's a collab with Emily D. This is Makeup Monday Ladies, and we like to have fun on Makeup Monday Ladies. We like to start off the week by doing our makeup because it just gives us that sense of like we're going to make this week go by smoothly and give us a really nice positive perspective about for the week, and starting the week off positive, having a positive outlook on things, and doing our makeup to kind of give us that boost of confidence and that boost of like self-awareness that that this is going to be a good week for us. And so that's why we are motivating you guys to get your makeup out. If you feel like you're in the slumps, or you feel like you don't feel good about anything that's going on around you or your surroundings, at least go to your makeup vanity and start using your makeup, and you will feel a lot better. You will feel different. You will feel a lot better. Not to say that your worries will not be there, but at least have that moment for yourself to make yourself look beautiful. And not saying that you're not beautiful, and with or without makeup, you're beautiful. You're beautiful in your heart. You're beautiful. You're beautiful inside and out. Makeup just enhances the beauty that you already have. So it's just putting on that makeup and seeing how makeup can transform people. And it is also therapy for a lot of people. For myself, I include myself in that group as well, in that category. Let me know. Leave me your comments down below. Let me know if you are in that category as well, where you resort to makeup as a form of therapy whenever you feel like to just kind of have time for yourself and just, wear makeup, put on makeup, to make you feel good, and just kind of like a distraction for everyday's worries, I think everybody should have, should express themselves through makeup. Everybody should in this world, no matter where you're from, what your background is like, it doesn't matter. Makeup is for everybody. That's the one main thing what I like about makeup and beauty, is that beauty and makeup is for everyone. Believe me, it is. It is for everyone, regardless of what your background is, like I said, and it doesn't matter where you come from, where you been, what you did, who you're with. Let me not go on with that song, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe with the notification bell to give my video a thumbs up, because it helps my channel out as well. It helps the algorithm and for my videos to be out there for people who are interested in makeup and beauty and anything related to that. It'll be spread out, through the YouTube universe. So thank you guys. Again, thank you for being here. And I already got most of my complexion products on. Most of these products that I'm wearing are most of the products that I use for my panty projects. So I'm not going to go over those with you. I'm just going to go ahead and go right into the look. I do like to talk a lot. Emily can vouch for that. Emily can tell you, I can just talk for hours and hours, and I like it. It's fun. I think it's a way of being able to interact with people and being able to see what your opinions are. So yeah, leave me your comments down below. Like I said, are you the type of person who likes to resort to makeup? It could be something else. It doesn't have to be makeup. You just like to watch makeup videos. That's good too. That's a good form of a way of you distracting yourself from, just kind of like de-stressing as well, but also kind of like taking your mind away from what's going on out there in the world or what's going on in your personal life. So the palette that we're going to be using is called the Fall Edit palette from Estate. Yes, I know this palette looks like it's a autumn palette, right? A palette that we would use in the autumn, but it has colors in here that you can also use for the winter. I think it gives it that like this nice good vibe, you know, for the winter or the cold as well. Here it is. This is how the palette looks like. Really pretty palette. It's a small palette, but it's real pretty. I love the colors, especially I love terracottas, love browns. So let's get going with this look. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and use my base brush. I got this base brush from my Crown brush set. It has this really nice thick domed, well, oval domed or thick packed brush here, and I'm gonna use that for a base. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade called Knit, K-N-I-T. Here in the bottom, it's like this flesh tone color. So I'll be using that all over the lid. Let me know how y'all's weekend went. I'm gonna do one eye on camera, one off camera, and look, this is easy peasy, nice and easy. Just follow the instructions if you have hooded eyes. This is the channel to come to on Mondays. Also, we have other wonderful, beautiful ladies that also participate in Makeup Monday Ladies. I'll be mentioning them down in the description area down below, and you had already seen a little skit of them, of who all participate in the Makeup Monday Ladies. And in today's video, I am collabing with Emily D once again. And yeah, very happy to keep this Makeup Monday Ladies trend going. Really do enjoy it. I know I've been MIA for a little while. It's just I have a life update to, you know, to still record, and I have not done that, and I need to. And then because there's a lot of things that are happening, and I want y'all to be a part of that. I want y'all to be a part of my YouTube journey, and a little part of my life that that goes on, you know, that I want to share with you guys, you know, so that way y'all know, like, you know, what's going on in my life as well. You know, not deep into knowing like everything that's in my life, but what I would like to share with the world, you know, with the public. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a shade called Plaid, which is this nice orangey shade. Use that for as my transition shade. A shade called Plaid. And my camera tends to focus or go out of focus sometimes. Like, please excuse that. It's just, it's supposed to focus on me, but sometimes if I'm sitting a certain way, it'll start focusing more towards the back or more towards, you know, it just starts focus. It just needs to. I need to sit still sometimes, because if I don't sit still, or if I don't sit in a certain way or in a certain way, it'll start affecting the way the camera starts to focus. So I went ahead and I moved it just a little bit, because I feel like I'm too much to my right. So that's why I need to kind of like move it a little bit more towards the left. I hope I'm not out of focus by doing that. But I do want you to get a good look at what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm putting it all in the crease. And then the good thing about the main thing, and it is a good thing. The main thing about making your makeup look really nice and crisp and clean is by blending. Blending is what's going to get your eyeshadow to give you that wonderful, nice, seamless look when you apply makeup. Yes, that is one thing that is very important, is a lot of blending. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of blending here. And I'm sorry if sometimes it takes longer for me to blend my products out. It's okay. Blend my eyeshadow out. My eyeshadow. Excuse me, guys. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and use is this Fall Edit shade, which is like a burgundy, reddish burgundy shade, which is this one here in the corner. I'll be using that shade. That's called Fall Edit. And I will also be using that. I'm going to use a smaller brush. A smaller brush. This is by Cosmopolitan. No, it's not by Cosmopolitan. It is a eyeshadow smudge brush, but I'm not sure from which I know it's like it's not like a high-end brand brush either. Is more of like, I'm gonna put it out in the outer corner. I'm gonna tap it out. It's one of the brushes that came in a set from where I bought from Ross. One of my old brushes. These are brushes that I had for several years, guys. I've had these brushes since I even started my channel. So we do need to put in, like I said, blending before tapping in to get more product, you know. And this does pick up a lot of product, so you want to blend. And I have hooded eyes, so this is, like I said, this is a good technique for you to use if you have hooded eyes. And you see how I'm just brushing these strokes like this back and forth and doing little circles back and forth? It's because I'm blending my pigment out, because it is, like I said, I do have hooded eyes, and I do want to have that shade in the background. You know, of my eyes when I look up. I want you to see my, you know, that my eyeshadows. I'm gonna go back in with some more Fall Edit. It all depends on how you want your eyeshadow look to turn out. If you want it to be a little bit more darker, you can. If you want, you know, want it to look more, you just want it to look more warm and toned down, you can still do that as well. At the same time, I'm looking up at the camera, looking ahead. I'm just looking up because of that big hood. I have a big hood, guys. I do, and it's only my right eye. My left, it's only my this eye right here, which is my right. If you're looking at me, it's my right. This is my left eye. So my left eye, you're gonna be seeing looks like it's my right eye. That one doesn't have as big of a hood as this one does. So yeah, my eyes are not twins. They're not twin sisters. All right. I guess I should say they are twins, but not identical twins. You know, they're just, one has more of a hood than the other side, which is, it just baffles me. Like, what? Why does one side of my, why is one of my eyes have more skin than the other side? I don't know. I let the experts, you know, give me the answer to that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with another shade. Now this is where it gets tricky, you guys, because you do want to accentuate the inner corner, like the inner corner of your eyes. And we have two shades that I like to do that with. Well, not the inner corner, but the inner corner of your eyes. There's two shades here that I'd like to, they're shimmer shades. One is called Chunky and the other one is called Staple, which is this gold and silver shimmer, kind of like this. This silver one looks almost like platinum, like a platinum gray shade, and then right below it, or I should say the top one, looks very like a golden shape. So I'm going to swatch these on my arm, and this is going to give me a good idea of what I want in the corner of my eyes. Just looking at the color, you know, the way this looks, the color story of my eye, I feel like the gold would be a better fit. And but I really do like that really nice platinum shade, but I think the gold would be a better fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just use that all over the lid. What I'm gonna do, I love my double-ended brushes, guys. I don't know why I've grown to love my double-ended brushes, but I have. Before, they weren't that interesting to me. Before, it was just like, it was just, I want to use it for one end. But these double-ended ones These here, the ones that have a flat end, really help a lot. These are called paddle brushes. I'm sorry, I call it a shader brush. It's the paddle brush. And then this one is a fluffy brush, you know, the blending brush side. But this paddle brush, it picks up pigment, which I'm going to pick up some of that chunky shade, which is called gold, which is the gold one. I'll be putting it right in the corner. So it's kind of like it's detailing. It's kind of like it's a detail kind of brush, you know. And so if you don't know, now you know. It's like a detailed brush for the lid to swipe. It almost reminds me of one of those spongy, those back in the day, or even now we still use them, but I don't use them anymore. But I used to use the little sponge applicator ones, and I feel like this is what the flat paddle brush is. It took place of the sponge brush, the sponge tip applicator. I just feel like it does the same purpose, except this isn't a brush, and the other one is more of a sponge. And yeah, you do get different effects. Sometimes maybe the sponge may be a little more, will give you more of a, I can't say, because I really haven't had a sponge applicator in a while, but this is how the paddle brush one does. It kind of gives you that little hint of gold. So I'm going to leave it like that because I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to revisit that. I'm going to go ahead and use my shade Puffer, because I'm going to start deepening the outer corners. So I'm going to use a different brush, and it's going to be a smaller blending brush. So I'm going to use this one here. This is from my Royal Affairs. This is my Royal Affairs brush. This is the number, I always use the number 7. That one's like one of my favorite. Yeah, this is the number 7 brush from Royal Affairs by BH Cosmetics. I don't think they have them anymore. I don't even think BH Cosmetics even. I think they have, it's now as somebody else bought them out. But I'm going to use this brush to go with the shade called Puffer, which is this nice, almost warm toned brown. This one here. I'll be using that shade to be going on the outer corner as well, to kind of deepen up this look. How's the weather over there, you guys? Has it been good? Has it been bad to you guys? I mean, it's been good to us in a way that we haven't had any kind of like any power outages or any I haven't had any flat tires, any ice on my windshield. I haven't had any issues traveling in this weather, but it is pretty cold over here, so it does get cold. So so it does get cold over here, but it's getting warmer now. It's like it was in the 40s and 20s, but now it's starting to get a little warmer. You know, my light bill, guys, my light bill is really affecting my light bill. So what I'm doing is I'm just blending that shade Puffer on the outer corner and just concentrating it on the outer corner, and then looking up as well, because this is what I want for my outer corner to look like. I want it to have this nice dark shade, and of course blending, blending, blending. And then sometimes with hooded eyes, you have to go over with the clean brush as well. But right now I'm putting my color in first. I'm putting my eyeshadow. And it's good to also use a clean brush, you know, blending brush in between colors, you know, just to kind of give you this seamless look. So right now I'm just trying to accentuate the outer corner of my eye, including my hood. So once doing that, this is how it's looking like now. It's looking really nice, very demure, so very glam, I should say. Now we're gonna go ahead and use a shade called Tailored, which is this one here, and I think I'm gonna go with a smaller blending brush than this number 7 brush that I have. I'm gonna try to find one in my stash here of all the brushes. These are all my brushes, guys. These are all my brushes. So yeah, I haven't washed them, but they're my brushes, and they're my babies, so I just brushed them. See, so this one has like a more, as you can see, the brush tip on this one. This is one of my p.louise brushes. As the camera tries to focus, sorry, I don't know if it focused or not, but it's a, you know how it looks really tapered, like really thin from the bottom, and then it kind of spreads out and looks more fluffy. I like that. I like that because it actually gives you more of a detailed look. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade Tailored again. I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna go show you the color again. It's Tailored. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that using this brush. And I always like to go lightly, so let's tap. You always want to tap out, you know, when you know that you're getting a lot of pickup, because I'm seeing a lot of pickup. So every time you see pickup, you always want to tap out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, again, the same process I did for Puffer, which is the last previous shade, I'm going to go ahead and do it for this one. You know, just to kind of accentuate here in the crease where the hood is. Yeah, I'm so glad to do this collab with Emily D. So glad that we both have this palette. Can't wait to see her eye look. I really do enjoy doing collabs with Emily. She loves doing makeup. She loves, especially her eyeshadow. She loves eyeshadows. But I'm not sure. I think she likes to do foundation as well. Or she likes to do... I'm not sure what else she does, but I know she loves to do eyeshadow looks. I know she likes to do those the most out of everything, is the eyeshadows. I like to do the eyeshadows. That's the reason why when I do my Makeup Monday ladies videos, I always do eyeshadows. Like, eyeshadows is my thing. I could always come on here and do more of like my foundation, you know, my complexion products, blush, you know, what do you call it, highlight, bronzing. I can always go with that as well. That's also part of doing makeup on Mondays. You don't necessarily have to show. You can already have your eyeshadow put on. All you have to show is just how you apply your complexion products, which a lot of people would like to know. Some people may just not know or still don't have that technique yet on makeup. You know, some are beginners, some are, you know, they're not as advanced. But look how it's looking now. It's looking a little darker. So this is what I like, because even though I've hooded eyes, you can still see that it's, you know, you can still see eyeshadow. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is wet my brush. I'm going to go ahead and use my Milk Makeup Setting Spray. This one here. This is also part of my painting project. And I am going to use the end of the you know, the paddle brush here, and I will be accentuating. When you wet your brush and you go into a shimmer, you know, I like to wet my brush using the shimmers. I don't like to wet my mattes. Reason for that is because it's not, there's no purpose for you to use a matte unless you're using it for a liner, and to wet it, it's gonna look real muddy, you know. So it's gonna look real yeah, like you just, like, you know, when you fall asleep or whenever your mascara runs, it's gonna look like that. So I like to use them for my shimmers. So I'm going to go back with my shimmer Chunky, which is the gold one that I just put on, with the wet brush, because I want to accentuate this inner part of my lid even more. And the wetting your brush with a setting spray really gives you that effect. Voila, you can see, right? It's accentuating that, which that's the result I wanted. And of course, both sides of the brush have the setting spray, so of course I'm gonna use both sides in case I feel like it's drying out on me. I always have the other side to back me up in putting my shimmer on when I want it to be a wet, nice, really nice pop of color there. So All right, you can see it actually looks really good. At the same time, I'm going to go back in with that shade Puffer to kind of gradiate with my gold, with my chunky. It's called Chunky. The shimmer is called Chunky with my gold, which is gold with my gold. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Puffer shade, and I'm going to use a dry brush, because now if you use a wet brush, it's just gonna look like this, but on this side, and I don't want it to do that, because then you're gonna see a lot of harsh lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a nice blending brush. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and use the brush I was using earlier, which was, let me see, I know I used quite a bit of brushes earlier, but I need something that is small, not so big, because I will be concentrating it more on the outer corner. So I will be using, I'm gonna be using my Roller Fairs brush, if I can find it. I just had it a little while ago. Here it is. My Roller Fairs number 7 brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use that, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Puffer. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna go back out here and just kind of blend that on the lid towards the shade, the chunky shade, which is the gold shimmer. Use that. Just so that it looks like it blends out pretty good. Wow, okay, yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back in with some more shades that I previously used. I'm going to go back with my little smudge brush. And I'm going to go ahead and use my shade Plaid, which is, did I say it was Plaid? Yeah, did I say it was different? Plaid, which is this orangey shade color. It almost has like a little bit of gold reflex in it, but it's that orangey shade Plaid. I'll be using that just to go above here, because I can see that some of that gold really got on my hood, and it doesn't look flattering, guys. It doesn't look flattering. But yeah, so I'm using the next shade I used originally, the first shade. I used my beige shade, but I'm gonna use that to kind of even everything out. So I'm actually just, so I'm using I'm holding it at the end of the tip of my handle, because you want to get that nice caressing feeling where it's kind of soft, not really like where you're, you know, pressing too hard down on it, because then you're just using too much product, and it's going to look really muddy. It's not, you're going to have product all over the place, all over your eyelid. And then I will go back in with this shade called Fall Edit, which is the more burgundy shade. I'll be using that on the outer corner as well of my hood, and kind of blend it in with my Plaid shade, which is the orange shade, like a reddish orange with the sequins. Just kind of blending that in on the outer corner, because, you know, it's a little darker. I like to use lighter colors towards the inside and then the darker shades on the outside. Reason being is because, you know, I do have that shape of my eyes where the outer corner, I want it to be darker than the inner corner. I mean, you can always do whichever you feel like you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and go back in with that tailored shade, which is the brown, the much darker brown, and I'll be accentuating the outer corner as well, blending that in with the rest of the other colors. But yeah, like I was saying, I just want to have that gradient look. So this is where I need to start using my clean brush. As you can see, a lot of the shades are looking like they're getting a little muddy. So I'm going to go ahead and use a clean brush, which I'm going to use my crown brush here, which is my fluffy blending brush by Crown, and I'll be using the shade knit, because you always want to use like a shade lighter or a shade that's close to your skin tone to kind of go over the top where you have your hood, to kind of go over where the hood is and just make it work out, make it seamless. Yeah, that's what those lighter shades are for, is to kind of make your eyes, make your eyeshadow look evenly spread out and get rid of harsh lines. As you can see, I'm also blending, and it's starting to look a little bit more or less messier, a little bit more clean. And this is a tip for you guys who have hooded eyes. Like this one is very hooded, so this is what I have to do in order for it to kind of calm down from it looking really muddy or looking really, you know, just mixing in with those colors and it doesn't look right. All right, so now for the inner corner, I will go ahead and use that shade Staple, which is the other shimmer, but it's only going to be in this one little small spot in the inner corner. So it just kind of gives me that little pop of shimmer, as you can see. And then I'll be using it on my top brow, where my brow bone area is, just a little bit. Now I'm using a smaller brush, as you can see. This is a smaller brush, so I'll be using that. All right. Okay, so here is the look. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna finish the rest of my eye look, and I'll be right back. Ta-da! This is my final finished look. Look at the difference from start to finish. You know, don't y'all notice the big difference? Let me know in your comments down below. Was there a difference between from start to finish, how one looks from the beginning until the end? And what do y'all think? Is this a really nice, pretty look? Did I look a little bit better than I did from the beginning of the video? I would really like to know what your feedback is. Of course, like I said, you know, beauty is always on the inside, and makeup just enhances the beauty that's from within. And it just makes me feel, I love glam eye looks, guys. I love glam. So this is like, I think glam is one of my signature style eyeshadows that I like to do, eyeshadow styles that I like to do. And it makes me feel good, makes me feel confident. Not only do I feel like I'm pretty, I know I'm pretty with or without makeup, but it just feels like, you know, makeup just kind of brings that confidence out of me, you know. And let me know, what does makeup do for you guys? Do you ever feel, if you ever, you know, resort to makeup as therapy? And do you ever resort to makeup to, you know, a lot of people would just wear makeup just on occasion. Like I wear makeup on occasion. I don't always wear makeup. I don't always wear makeup to work. I don't always wear makeup every single day. Just on occasion, like on a day like this where I'm doing a video with you guys, I like to just, you know, just show you what makeup can do. I like right now, I feel over the moon. I feel happier, and that's what you want, guys. You want to feel happier instead of living the stressful life that we live in, the society that we call Earth, right? So thank you guys for joining me here today. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Go check out my girl Emily D. Give her a like, show her some love, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Yeah, so I think that's everything I have to cover with you guys. So this is the palette that I use, which is the Fall Edit by Estate. I'm not sure if they still have it on, I'm not sure if they still have it on their site or not, but I love these shades of colors. This is like up my alley. These colors are up my alley. So let me go over, I forgot to tell you what I went over. So really for my eyes, I just did a regular liquid eyeliner, black liquid eyeliner for the top lash line, and then I put falsies on. And then for the bottom lash line, I went ahead and waterline, I went ahead and I used a black eyeliner crayon. And then for my lips, I went ahead and I used my Lottie London Slay All Day in the shade Fleek liquid lip, and it's like it mattes down. It's like a matted down formula. I just put a little swipe of this brownie toned lip gloss just to give me that little nice brown tint to it. You know, just to get a little. It feels more of a satin, you know, feel now. You know, putting on this lip gloss. And yeah, put on some earrings, just let my hair down, just put on some accessories, you know, and boom, you got yourself this nice, you know, this nice makeup look you created, you know. I also use my Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara by L'Oreal. I use that for my bottom lashes, for my bottom lash line. I use that for my bottom lashes. I also use for my top lashes just to give me a little base for my falsies. But that is everything, you guys. Leave your comments down below. What was your favorite part of this video? Do you like the fall edit palette? Are these up your alley? Do you like these shades? What do you think? What do you think? Are these shades pretty good for the winter? I think so. I think, in my opinion, they are. Yeah, so, and as well as for the autumn. But yeah, I got to use it in December, which I still feel like it's appropriate, you know, and I think you can use it all year round anyways, even if it's makeup that you feel like you can wear for certain seasons. You can always wear it all year round. It doesn't necessarily have to be for a certain season, you know, but I really do like this palette. I really did enjoy it. It's my first impressions, my first time using it. I really did like the results. I really did like the formula. So Estate is, you know, one of the ones that are starting to be one of my favorites. This is not my first time using an Estate product or eyeshadow. So, and I've had really good reviews on, you know, on these Estate eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, that's everything. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, take care.